With coronavirus completely changing our way of life, there have been many questions that it has forced all of us to ask ourselves. Like, if grocery store workers and delivery people are essential workers, then shouldn't they earn a living wage? Should healthcare be tied to employment? Is it okay to have a romantic relationship with your houseplants? But once we get out of this, once this is all done and we can finally leave the house and do normal things like tongue kiss our Uber drivers, there's going to be one question that people want an answer to more than anything. Where in the hell did this disease come from? Because before the virus shut down the world, people were happy. People were happy to accept the official explanation from China, which was that the virus originated at a live animal market where it somehow jumped from a bat to a human. And we were like, okay, I think that's the plot of Dark Knight, but we'll accept it. But now that all of us have been stuck in the house with nothing to do except throw our cats' birthday parties over Zoom, everyone at home has had time to come up with some theories about how exactly they think this whole thing went down. Now, I've also been spending a lot of time online, and the most common conspiracy theory I've seen is that the virus jumped from a bat to a human the same way Oreos jumped from packaging into my roommate's mouth. I know where they're going, Billy. I see you. And this is a theory many people were willing to accept because of racism. People are saying that in China, they eat all kinds of crazy things. Hell, I heard they eat cookies with a piece of paper inside. I was also ready to believe this pandemic could have started as a food thing because, look, man, I've been in situations where food starts a thing. Like I was on a flight once where one person ate a tuna sandwich, but then we all paid the price. So the story made sense until it came out that those viral videos of people eating bat soup weren't even filmed in China. Yeah, and then we found out that viruses can't survive cooking anyway. So that was out the window. Then I heard about a different conspiracy theory that totally makes sense. You see, it turns out Corona was never just a virus. No, it was actually a weapon created to take old people out.
If you go online, there's no shortage of conspiracy theories. All right, so here's one. The virus was bioengineered in a lab by scientists to be used as a weapon or a form of population control.
This is a theory former politician Bronwyn Bishop has also suggested.
It is to get rid of non-productive Chinese in the Chinese community. In the words of George Bernard Shaw, should be eliminated. So they don't have to be fed.
Whoa. Roseanne Barr is calling the novel coronavirus pandemic a ploy to kill baby boomers.
You know what it is, Norm? I think they're just trying to get rid of all my generation.
All right, now this theory made complete sense. Who dies the most from the virus? Old people. Who dies the most anyway? Old people. Bam, it's the perfect crime. And think about it. As soon as people started saying, okay, boomer, all of a sudden we got coronavirus and old people are dying. That can't be a coincidence. And you might be asking, oh, why would anyone want to take out all the old people? Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because someone was tired of giving up their seat on the bus. Maybe restaurant owners are just tired of having to open for dinner at 3 p.m. Maybe young people were just tired of getting their ass whipped at bingo. The point is, the motive is there. Now, I will admit, as much as I wanted to believe that theory, I had to let it go. Okay? Because a team of scientists with degrees and qualifications, they sequenced the genome of the coronavirus. They broke it down and they found that unlike every butt in Miami, this virus definitely wasn't man-made. So okay, fine. Maybe this wasn't a biological weapon designed to destroy the slot machine economy. But that wasn't my favorite theory anyway. Because there's one theory that actually makes the most sense. And it was this.
There's a conspiracy theory sweeping the globe that coronavirus is caused by 5G technology.
The theory is that 5G damages the human immune system.
All of us should know what's taking place right under our noses.
What 5G actually does, it absorbs oxygen, and that's really important to know.
5G gets switched on, people drop like flies, and all of a sudden you've got the excuse because, well, there's a virus going on.
Some people in the UK bought into it so much they started lighting cell phone towers on fire.
5G burning.
Yes! Burn those cell phone towers down! We gotta put an end to coronavirus and all group chats. I don't know who any of you people are, but I did not ask to be a part of this group. Now, I know some of you are sitting at home right now smug, like, oh, how does 5G cause a virus? I'll tell you how. Ask yourself this question. What is 5G? It's a super fast network that runs through the air. You know what else goes through the air? Coronavirus. What else goes through the air? Superman. And what burger did I eat while watching the last Superman movie? Five Guys. Five Guys, 5G. I rest my case. Now, I'm not gonna lie. There are a few coverage gaps in this 5G theory. Just a few things that make me doubt. For starters, every part of this theory is completely ridiculous and biologically impossible. Not to mention, coronavirus has also exploded in places where they don't even have 5G, so I haven't figured that out yet. And 5G, just like 4G and 3G before it, is broadcast at such a low frequency, it's too weak to do any damage to you. Yeah, so saying 5G makes you sick is sort of like saying an iPhone flashlight gave you a sunburn. In fact, 5G broadcasts in the same range as a normal radio. Yeah. And let's be honest, the most dangerous thing we've gotten from a radio wasn't a virus. It was Mambo number 5. And that only killed, 6,000 people tops? So, where did the coronavirus come from? I don't know. Are you happy I said it? I don't know. But I'll tell you this. I don't care if any of these conspiracy theories have been debunked. I'm not taking any chances. From now on, I will no longer be ordering the Popeye spicy bat sandwich, even though it's delicious. I also decided I'm not going to get old. It's just too risky. And most importantly, I've stopped using cell phones. Yeah, no 5G for me. From now on, I only use a pager. And yeah, I know that makes it harder to send nudes, but I'm going to do my best. And I know the alternative to all of this is that I could just wait for doctors and scientists to figure out where this virus came from. But I mean, come on, man. I'm not crazy. Easter. It's the holiday where millions of people around the globe commemorate Jesus dying on the cross, and then they get visited by the freakish love child of a rabbit and a chicken. But if most of the world's population isn't allowed to leave their homes, well then, how do you get to church? Well, thanks to technology, now the church can get to you.
From a sunrise service in Larchmont, New York, streamed online, to the front lines at Memorial Hospital in Broward County, Florida. Easter, the most holy day on the Christian calendar, celebrated today around the world in most cases, to empty pews. The congregations instead connected like never before. The Pope, who is usually before crowds of tens of thousands in St. Peter's Square, instead delivered his message over the internet to the world's 1.2 billion Catholics.
Yes, churches around the world were forced to hold their Easter services online. And I know it seems weird, but I actually think this is very religious. Because you know who else never shows up in person? The big guy. He's always telecommuting. Except instead of Skype, he just uses a burning bush or a rainbow or a giant flood. I mean, he could have just texted, but I guess emojis don't pack the same punch. And look, I know this Sunday was sad for many churchgoers, but for the Catholic Church, this is a good thing. You know, keeping the priests separate from their congregation might not be the worst idea. Now, for many people, online church just doesn't have the same feel. So they found responsible ways to still gather in the Lord's name.
A unique approach for many other churches, drive-in services. Drivers honking in praise in Bedford Hills, New York.
I like that.
Sitting safely inside their cars, listening to a sermon. And in Ohio, another parking lot Easter celebration.
It's just a blessing that we can all get together and continue to worship, even though we are in our cars.
You see, now that's great thinking. People still doing what they need to do whilst being responsible. And if drive-in churches become a regular thing, best believe your grandmother is going to buy herself a pimped-out ride to use as her Sunday best. Praise the Lord. And why stop at drive-in churches? You know what they should do? They should move this into everything. They should also make churches with a drive-through. Although it'll really suck when the priest gets your order wrong. Hey, I just ordered forgiveness, but all I got was guilt. Can you help me out with that?
I'm so sorry, wait.
Yeah, I ordered forgiveness, but I got guilt.
Yeah, this is your order?
That's not my order.
Yeah, that's your order.
Okay, thank you. And this kind of thing is happening all over the world. In fact, while America was celebrating Easter with the drive-in church, other countries we're doing flybys.
Well, this was an Easter unlike any we've seen around the world.
Many religious leaders got creative to celebrate the holiest of days on the Christian calendar. One priest in Brazil went above and beyond. Father Omar Raposo climbed into a helicopter to share a blessing on everyone below.
Wow, yeah, in Brazil, a priest flew over the city in a helicopter and blessed everybody from the sky. That is super cool. I will say though, I feel bad for all the people on the ground who aren't religious. Ah, damn it! Ah, man, I was just going for a jog. Now I'm blessed in the love of Jesus. This is not how I planned my day. And I know right now, some of you haters out there are like, oh, why didn't he just pray from the ground? The prayers will still work. No, I'll tell you why he did that. Because that preacher knows that prayers work better when you're closer to heaven. It's the same way if you want your internet to work better, then you've got to sit closer to your neighbor's Wi-Fi router. Now, unfortunately, some churches in America didn't want to do the whole telechurch or car church or any kind of social distancing. They just wanted regular church. And they didn't care whether it was legal or not.
Easter Sunday, and some defied stay-at-home orders, determined to hold in-person services no matter the mandate.
In Jackson, Mississippi, Pastor Jesse Horton allowed church members to worship inside.
In central Louisiana and Orlando, some churches defied health officials' warnings with in-person services.
Congratulations! The demons have left your body, but only because coronavirus has moved in.
I might be the spawn of Satan, but I take social distancing very seriously.
So, it seems like most churches around the world are doing the right thing and obeying social distancing while still observing their religious beliefs. And you know what? That's the smart move. Because with modern technology, you can still get the full church experience and keep you and your family safe. But please remember this. If you're going to try and do your confessions over Zoom, you really want to make sure you're careful.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. This quarantine messed me up so bad. I've been having fantasies about shaking people's hands. Total strangers. I just want to rub their hands. It's so hot. Last night I couldn't sleep. I stress ate my family's whole supply of canned tuna. Not even the good tuna with the oil. That dry-ass tuna in the water. It's like eating flaky cotton balls. Also, I told everybody on Instagram that I baked my own banana bread, but it's not true. I stole pictures from Chris and Teigen and posted them on my account. Watching so much porn, Father, so much porn. All the gangbangs, all the orgies, not even to masturbate. I just miss seeing people in large groups. It's been so long. God forgive me.
Roy, I think you called into the office Zoom by mistake.
Oh shit! No! I've been hacked. It ain't me. How you get off this thing?
It's the leave meeting button in the right bottom hand corner.
Wait, you say leave meeting? Where that? Oh, there it is. I see it right there. Thanks, Jabuki.
Before we go, if you are able to help people who are going hungry because of this pandemic, please consider a donation to Feeding America. They're supplying food to millions of people in America every single day, and they could really use your help because even $1 can help somebody get a meal. Stay safe out there, wash your hands, and remember, the only thing you need to get through this crisis is right here. That's where I keep my weed, on the inside. I'll see you all next week.